Afternoon everyone, it's Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. It is ridiculously hot now. Well, I say ridiculously. We're 28 degrees, so not ridiculous, but it is pretty hot. So I'm over the allotment site today, carrying on pruning, doing the orchard area, and thought I'd show you this tree. There's a couple of them around, you probably can't see from here, but they are damsons. So yeah, if I turn the camera around and just show you quickly. Right, so as I said, it's a damson tree. There are a couple of them, this one here, and a couple of bigger ones down that side. And well, as you can see, they're absolutely loaded with fruit. Fruit is quite small though, and some of that is down to variety, although this is Merryweather, but a lot of it is down to the fact that it hasn't been kept under control or kept tidied, looked after for a number of years, much like the other trees that are in this area. So like I said to you before, we are well, we're into August, first week of August, and hopefully, possibly, some of you have seen my video on how to prune plum trees, and damsons are pretty similar, to be honest. So all stone fruit, as in plums, cherries, damsons, get pruned in the summer months, and that is to avoid getting a bacterial infection, otherwise known as silver leaf. And where plums can be done June, July, damsons are always better pruned more July into August. Don't really know why. I don't suppose anyone really knows why, but it just seems to be the way. And whether it's because they ripen much quicker, and so it's apparent as to what you can prune and what you can't prune, that, you know, whether that's the reason, I don't know. But as I say, it's July, August for pruning a damson tree, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a start on this one. So same rules apply as with all trees. Start by removing any of the dead, diseased or damaged stems, and as you can see, there's plenty of dead and diseased. That's my label, so that helps the owners identify the different trees amongst here. So yeah, we start by removing dead, diseased, damaged stems, and then you'd look to remove any of the center stems that are crossing through, and ultimately you can remove a third in volume of size of tree. Because this year is a very dry year in the UK, I'm not going to take that much off this one. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do some formative pruning, try and hopefully rejuvenate a little bit, and essentially start by taking off the dead, diseased, damaged. Okay, got a little robin friend with me today. There we are. You'll be hoping for some grubs as they come out. So yeah, we'll just be removing the dead, diseased and damaged stems, and maybe some of the crossing centerpieces, and I won't be removing much else off this canopy. As I say, I just don't want to put the tree under any more stress than it already is. So I've got some ladders set up. I've got my clean, sharp secateurs. Make sure you do clean your secateurs between your prunings on plum trees, damson trees, as you don't want to spread any bacterial infection. And yeah, let's make a start. So start by removing the dead. So you can see I've started taking off some of the dead. It's probably worth pointing out at this stage actually that damson wood is very hard wood. You know, in terms of cutting, you can see force on that. It is harder to cut than with well, the plums are certainly much tougher than apple and pear is, so you will find that unless you've got a decent pair of bypass type secateurs, you will struggle. If you got a, let me show you, if you got a pruning saw, so this is pruning saw, got a pruning saw, then that's going to be ideal for anything really that's, well, anything really that's over about a centimetre or so in size, because as you can see, very tough. So that's my suggestion: sharp secateurs, pruning saw, and if you can find some, you can get ratchet secateurs, so they will definitely help. So yeah, as you can see, already starting to make a difference through the centre just by removing some of this dead growth. So I'll carry on. Also worth noting that when you're doing any cuts to significant sections, make sure you're cutting at slightly away angle so that the water, well, rain as it should be, flows away from the tree. Nice clean cut with a sharp saw, and so you got a cut that is angled away so that the water is not going to travel into the stem and cause further rotting. And likewise, when you do your pruning cuts, do the same, so nice and close, so you're not leaving too much that may die back at all. And when you come to do your formative pruning, cutting just below the next shoot or leaf joint. So just doing a bit of tidying up, and at the same time we've got this section here that there's a lot of dead on it, a lot of very spindly growth, and it's not particularly good. Got the branch that comes out there and then nothing until the top. So it actually makes sense to remove this whole limb, and you're essentially what's called lifting the crown. So that means where the growth starts higher up. So we'll end up with these limbs as opposed to this sticky out bit. And by just having these bits here and not this bit, means that for future maintenance, you know, lawnmower, strimmer, whatever, you can get in around the base of the tree, and it's just going to be easier to maintain, as well as getting rid of some fairly well, unproductive, unsightly wood. So that's what I shall also do. And you can see now that having literally just been removing that amount of dead and a little bit of poor stuff, really starting to open up the middle as well, so I shall just continue with that. Okay, so I'm finished. That is as far as I'm going at the moment for this year. Obviously be mindful of the fact that you don't have to get the trees looking perfect and get everything done in 1 year. You know, as long as you're able to get a pair of secateurs or ladders on the go, then this can be an ongoing job for a number of years, or a couple of years at least. But as you can see, there's only a small pile really of dead material, and that has made a significant difference, certainly through the middle, and you can now see that we're getting some light penetration coming down through the canopy. So all in all, a good job done. So that is me finished on pruning the damson tree. As I say, it's similar but different to a plum. So if you do have any questions on that, then please send them over to me. I'll do my best to answer them for you. As always, if you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. It's always nice to have more people coming on board. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos I'm doing. More importantly, just enjoy the sunshine, or dappled sunshine, if you can get under a bit of canopy, and make the most of being outdoors. So till next time, there you go. Bye for now.